Hi, Retro Crew. It's your lucky day. We're taking you back to camp because we're talking about Friday the 13th Part 2.
I'm Matt.
I'm Brian, and we're the Retro Sons.
Last Friday the 13th, we talked about the first movie. Now it's time for Part 2. And this is the first one with Jason Voorhees.
I like this movie, but I was thinking about it. It doesn't feel like a lot really happens in the movie.
No, it doesn't. Definitely not.
Like, they start off with him getting revenge for the death of his mother, and then there's the camp counselors going to start up a camp again.
Yeah, they're going to, train to be camp counselors. Or they're already all camp counselors. It's just
Spit it out already!
re-upping their training or something.
Yeah, just
So
like...
that's why they're going there.
Then they all decide, well, most of them decide to go to a bar for the night just to have some fun away, I guess.
You went to a bar?
And some people stay back, and it's just like a lot of hooking up, and then they just start getting killed.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you think about it, there's not really much to it, but I guess that's how these early movies really were.
Nothing happened.
Like, they get more involved as they go on, and I guess the budget grows.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't have much of a budget for this one, I don't think. It's just like the first one.
They didn't have any money.
Jason was just kind of a normal person, and they're talking about how he, might have survived the drowning that they claim happened to him in the first one, and that's why his mother was killing everyone.
Yeah.
And I think he might still be out there, and they're trying to, think about what he's like, because he never went to school, he never had any friends, and he wasn't, I don't know how to put it nicely, but...
Go on.
Not the smartest
Just like me!
Yeah.
person, so he's just on his own from childhood to adulthood.
Yeah, just surviving.
Yeah.
And the reason I think he's still around is because after his mother got killed, her body went missing. Nobody knew where it was.
Right.
So they thought he saw it happen and took the body, which he did.
It's a criminal.
One of the counselors is a child psychologist, so she's thinking about the most, what if he did survive, and what would he be like now?
Yeah.
I know I keep trying to hammer that point home, but it's the biggest thing that happened in this movie.
Be nice.
Yeah, and the murders aren't very gruesome in this one either. It's from 1981, so they weren't quite as bad as they are in horror movies nowadays.
Yeah. And Jason's just kind of like a normal person. He's kind of scrawny, and he's not wearing the hockey mask yet.
Jason.
He's a real small guy.
And
And he has a little hut that he lives in the woods in.
yeah, with a
Out in the
little
woods in, yeah.
shrine to his mother,
Yeah.
like her sweater and her severed head. So it's just kind of, I don't know, slow moving, I guess. But
Yeah,
he goes
it
by
is.
fast, but it's...
Yeah, it's under an hour and a half,
Not long. Not long at all.
so there's not much to it. And there's a 10-minute section in the beginning where it shows the girl that survived from the last one in her house and what's going on. And like he said, Jason's getting revenge. He tracks her down and murders her in her house.
Yeah.
And he uses a phone to call her.
On the phone, son!
And then after he kills her, the water that she put on to boil starts whistling, and he takes it off.
Yeah, he takes it off.
And I think he killed the dog in this one too, didn't he? I think in later ones he doesn't kill dogs or anything like that.
Well, the dog was there at the end, so I don't
Oh.
know if that was just,
A misdirection.
yeah,
Mhm.
or what. But I don't know. The end of these movies are always weird. You don't really know what happens.
Yeah, kind of ambiguous.
Yeah.
Leaving you probably to make up your own interpretations.
I don't want to do that.
And their camp isn't Crystal Lake, it's adjacent to it, and they're warned to stay away from it.
Yeah, and everybody in town calls it Camp Blood now.
But then two of the counselors do sneak off and go check it out, and then they're reprimanded by the cop. And Crazy Ralph comes back, and he does the same thing, telling everyone they're doomed and they need to stay away.
All doomed.
Yeah, he's one of the first to go, though, so he's
Yeah.
not in it very long in this one.
No, but it was nice that they kind of brought him back to tie it into the first one.
Yeah.
I mean, it ties into the first one anyway, but like you said, they brought back the original survivor from the first one.
But only for a minute.
Yeah, but like you said, it is really lackluster, it seems. It's slow moving, and in the beginning he's just standing in the trees, and people kind of see him but don't.
Mm-hmm.
He's hiding and just watching.
Kind of
For a
like
while.
Michael Myers type of
Yeah.
knockoff.
And you don't actually see his whole body and everything until more than halfway through the movie.
He's hiding.
Yeah, and he's kind of got a sack on his head with one eye hole cut out of it.
Why would he wear a sack on his head?
I don't know.
You wouldn't think he'd be embarrassed or anything about his weird, disfigured face.
I mean, he's messed up.
Just to make a reveal. The big thing at the end.
Reveal at the end, yeah. Just to make it seem creepier, I guess. Most of the kills, like, are so quick and it, like, freezes and goes away.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the worst one is probably the kid in the wheelchair there.
Oh, yeah, when he gets the machete.
He gets a machete in the face and he's rolling down the stairs in slow motion and there's a freeze frame. There's a lot of weird freeze frames in this movie, too.
Yeah, and like I said, I think it's just low budget and they were doing what they could with what they had.
Didn't have much.
There's some weird parts. Wasn't this the one? I kind of looked away at the point, but when he was standing on a chair waiting for him, and then the chair just broke out from under him.
And the pitchfork he has breaks in half.
Yeah.
Well, he searches the room for her. She's hiding under the bed and he doesn't see her, so he leaves. But there's a rat under the bed and it pees, and that's why he comes back. I don't get why that makes him know that she's there.
I don't know either.
I mean, rats pee.
I don't know, it's just weird. All that, like I said, it's good. It's still a fun movie to watch.
It's like a real low-budget 80s, early 80s horror movie.
Yeah, you can't appreciate the later ones without watching the first few.
Yeah, I like the ones where he's an actual human better than like afterwards where he's superhuman.
He wasn't superhuman at all.
I mean, they get really far-fetched towards the end. I mean,
yeah,
I like when he's cane hodder and he's like big and jumping through windows and falling through stairs, but still.
That's the opposite of what I just said.
When it's more in the realm of possibility.
But they always have to get bigger and better, so. Mm-hmm. But it was good to have Jason in there.
Oh, it's so good to see him.
He can actually fight with humans and, like, not win, like, with no issue. He actually has to try.
And it's not easy for him.
He's a fair match for them. He's not like a
Well, they stand a chance against him.
Yeah.
And they can, like, push him down and knock him down and, like, break chairs over him, and he actually feels pain.
Right.
It's not like he's an unstoppable force.
Yeah, they just had to find a reason, I guess, to keep bringing him back.
Yeah, they did.
Like the kills, while they kill him, always get more over the top. So they had to find reasons and explanations for why.
There's no excuse for that.
Just to keep the franchise running, I guess.
Yeah, it goes on for a long time. There's a lot of movies.
Too many.
Like I said, like especially when they send him into space and then blow up like large chunks of his body and then they repair it with nanotechnology and all that kind of.
Well, they don't mean to. He just falls on the table and it gets turned on somehow. But
I mean, the writers did it to him.
Yeah.
Or the one where it starts, he gets blown to pieces and then his soul's like transferring to everyone else's body.
Bad.
That one's stupid too.
It's the worst of them all, I think.
It is.
Then you have the reboot where they like kind of incorporate the first
3 movies together or something like that.
Exactly like that.
I thought they were going to continue on with that, but I don't know how they would.
Yeah,
I think he went through a wood chipper at the end there.
I think so too. Or I don't know. But then it showed him throwing the body into the lake and he kind of comes back there. But it's also the ambiguous ending again, I think.
Well, then you have Freddy vs. Jason.
Oh, right. I forgot about that one somehow.
Yeah. So there's a lot of Jason movies. He's in a lot.
So many.
I think we have a couple more Friday the 13th coming up, so we'll make our way through them probably.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Alright, I think that's pretty much all I have to say.
Yeah, I've said all I have, I think.
Alright, so let us know what you think of Friday the 13th. Are you glad Jason made an appearance finally? I know it wasn't that long. But like, comment, subscribe. There'll be an orb over here. Watch one of these 2 videos, and I'll see you in the future.
To talk more about the past.